Mutants everywhere. Get a load of this. There's another new X-Men movie on the way. With X-Men Days of Future Past set to hit theaters next year, director Bryan Singer has announced that an all-new film titled X-Men Apocalypse will land in 2016. It's unclear if Singer will direct or just serve as producer this time around, but if he does decide to helm, it will be his fourth time directing an X-Men movie. Apocalypse is the name of one of the most powerful villains in the X-Men universe. He's an ancient, immortal mutant, and his powers include teleportation, energy manipulation, and a genius-level intellect. He's appeared in countless comics, as well as the animated X-Men TV shows and several video games, but this will be his first time on the big screen. If you need more mutants, Fox is working on another Wolverine solo outing, along with a rumored X-Force spinoff. Warriors of Light, listen up. Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn, is about to get even bigger. The MMO's first major content update since its relaunch is right around the corner. It's titled A Realm Awoken and will add plenty of improvements across the land of Eorzea. Players can battle through a new 25-man raid titled the Crystal Tower that offers plenty of powerful gear to collect. Player versus player combat is being introduced to the game with the Wolves Den Arena, and with the arrival of the highly anticipated player housing system, adventurers can finally get into the real estate market. A Realm Reborn is the rebooted PC and PS3 version of Final Fantasy XIV. It's set to hit the PlayStation 4 in April, and anyone with a PS3 version of the game will get a free upgrade. The new update goes live on December 17th. And if you need something to hold you over until then, the classic Final Fantasy VIII was just released for download on Steam. The game first hit the PlayStation in 1999, and this version includes Steam achievements, a Chocobo World minigame, and a magic booster. There's some good news and some bad news for the next game from the makers of Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery. Developer Capybara Games has announced that its new project, Super Time Force, is being delayed. It was expected to arrive before the end of the year, but will now be released in early 2014. The good news, the delay is a result of the fact that the team has decided to launch the game on the Xbox One and not just the Xbox 360 as originally expected. Super Time Force is a run-and-gun platformer where players have the ability to stop and rewind time whenever they want.
So you can rewind time, pick a different character, and hop right back in, and you're actually playing alongside the past versions of yourself in what we call single-player co-op. So basically what you're doing by dying or by rewinding time is creating an army of yourself that you're playing alongside.
Capybara is also working on another new Xbox One game, Below. There's no word yet on when that one will arrive. And all of the other Middle-earth villains ain't got nothing on the new bad guy in The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug. The titular dragon in the new film promises to be the biggest and most ferocious villain yet in the series. Smaug is a deadly dragon feared across Middle-earth, and Bilbo Baggins and the other heroes will have to take him on if they want to reclaim their ancient treasure. Star Trek Into Darkness baddie Benedict Cumberbatch voices Smaug, and he also acted out his movements with a performance capture suit.
He is enormous. He is incredibly quick for something that size, that scale. He breathes fire and he flies. And as he boasts himself, his wings are a hurricane, his tail is a thunderbolt, his claws are spears, his teeth are swords. And, you know, he has a fire that can reduce all to dust and ash.
Smaug will light up theater screens this Friday, and we'll have a more in-depth look at the production of the film after the rundown. If you want the new Thief game to look as good as possible, you may want to steal yourself a fancy new computer. Game maker Eidos Montreal has revealed that the PC version of Thief will look better than the Xbox One or PS4 versions. That doesn't mean the console versions won't look great, and keep in mind that you'll need to have the necessary hardware in order to run the PC version at its best settings. It's been 10 years since the last Thief game was released, and the developers wanted to use the newest and most cutting-edge technology to suck players into the game world.
We really want to bring you in our universe. The immersion is really, really important. For example, we're going to be able to pickpocket. I want to make sure that when you are going to be so close that you won't have 4 pixels in your face, you know? It's gonna be an object.
You'll be able to enter the Thief universe when it sneaks out on February 25th. If you're old school, there's also a PS3 and Xbox 360 version on the way.